Support for today's episode comes from Dame Products. Now, we all know the rose. We know it. But I'm telling you, Dame has something a little better and a little special. The air creates thrilling pulses of air and a soft seal around your clitoris so you can go all the way right away. The opening is bigger. Its material is a little bit squishier. And if you got a little bigger clit, you got a little bit more room to work with, okay? And as a Boonie Breakdown listener, you can receive 10% off your purchase by using the code Boonie10. That's Boonie, all cap letters, 10. Details on how to purchase can be found in the show notes and on thebooниebreakdown.com. Hey y'all, it's your girl Boonie, and you're listening to the Boonie Breakdown podcast, your source for all things responsible and ratchet. Hey guys, welcome to this week's episode, the season 12 finale. Yes, I know season 12 finale. Just gotta wrap this shit up, y'all. But we have our homie, our fave, our problematic fave, Brian is here. Now this episode, y'all already know, we don't set out topics unless you guys give us, a message or whatever. And so we have a few listener letters about somebody's back out into the dating market and how do you deal with the rules around Valentine's Day. We talk about all types of foolishness. I do a ode to big dicks. I realize I'm a size queen. All right. So just stick around for the conversation. You already know how me and Brian do. We just gonna hop right into pick of the week. It's motherfucking Rihanna. I saved recording this till after the Super Bowl because for obvious reasons. The Navy waited fucking 7 years. We got a performance. And here are my thoughts. I kind of post them on social media, but I'm going to go a little bit more in depth in them. First of all, right away, the set was visually stunning. We have another fucking baby. It's been confirmed now. Everybody talking about, she could have a soft belly. Come on, y'all. Y'all think some celebrity is going to have a belt draped around their belly and rub it several times if they're not pregnant? I mean, come on. I'm excited. But yes, that does mean we probably ain't getting no tour. They hyped us up for these tour rumors. But I still have hope. I still have faith in a new album. Rihanna has a fucking catalog. Somebody had debated me like, what songs could she even sing to captivate America for 15 minutes? So all I can say to you is fuck you. Put some respect on my girl's name. Now, I'm an honest Navy person. I really enjoyed the performance. The energy was really low in the beginning. You could see the nerves. Maybe she was nervous because she's floating in the air and she had a baby. Her first time on stage in 7 years. I don't know, but you could see the nerves. You could see the uneasiness there. But I do think the energy picked up as she sat and it recovered. Let's talk about a bad bitch. I'm going to show her other product. Like Apple, you advertising. Pepsi, you advertising. Well, we advertising Fenty Beauty in here too. Showed that little compact, kept it pushing. But I will agree. I don't think I would rate that in some of those high energy ones, but I do give her respect for not having guests. That actually shocked me. I think in recent years, The Weeknd didn't bring anyone out. Lady Gaga, it's your fucking moment. You got 15 minutes and fucking take all your 15 minutes. I actually respect that she didn't bring guests out, even though I was speculating that at least at minimum, Jay was going to come out. So yeah, I enjoyed it. I don't think we're going to see her performance on any top 5 list. I think that's fair to say, but it was visually stunning. And as a admiral in the Navy, I fucking enjoyed.
Housekeeping.
Come back later, please.
Housekeeping.
Not now.
All right. So first up, guys, thank you so much for giving me space and grace to just say fuck it. I normally batch record episodes. Life was very hectic for me. The 9 to 5 was sucking all of my energy. I also haven't been really feeling in the I want to create shit, honestly, space. And I feel like I've done a lot of creating and just wanted to take a break. And so because I usually have my episodes batched, and I got into a hole where people were canceling on me and then I didn't have anything prepared. And so I just said, fuck it. I don't have no episodes. So we're going to close out season 12 with our annual Valentine's Day episode. I'm going to take a few weeks off. And we'll come back. Once I know a date, I'll let everybody know, but I don't have a date when season 13 will be, but I will be doing a season 13. So again, thank you so much, but keep following us. We appreciate when you follow and you like and you share and you subscribe and you follow, you do all that great stuff. You can put this episode because, this episode is good banter for the group chat. So go ahead and just drop this link into your group chat. Put it on your Facebook page. Put it in your Insta story because everybody has that link sticker. Just go ahead and get us some listens, some ears, some dialogue going because it's really fucking foolish. You know how Brian and I do. So again, guys, thank you again. This is it for season 12, and let's get ready to break it down. Hey, y'all. So look, Brian to the rescue again. Hey.
Hey, what's up? Well, this is my favorite time of year anyway. Like, I feel like
this is your favorite episode.
Well, our Valentine's Day shows are always interesting, always funny. We give people, stuff to laugh at, stuff to talk about. Somebody might be in the house by themselves that day, so they can just listen to the show.
Dang, I hope nobody's by themselves.
I mean, that's reality.
It is, but it's, I don't know, it do be feeling sad. I do feel like the older you get, I feel like Valentine's Day does hit a little different.
No, I'll be feeling like it's just another day for real. But I mean, I'm not
a man.
Right, I'm not a woman. So.
I know somebody's going to message me and say, but I do feel like it hits a little different sometimes. So I don't know what's going to happen for me this year on Valentine's Day. I stopped fucking a particular person. So I don't know. We'll see. I don't have any expectations because there is nobody that is super serious that I'm like, I should get something, but
Well, that's where my rules come in, right? My rules always go back to, I say it every year. Let's go back to Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's. These were 3 important holidays. A month ago, they came in a row. They were all within 2 months. All of this shit is within 2 months of each other. We got November the fucking 30th all the way to February 14th. That's literally.
And look, for me, I can throw my birthday in there. So all the big holidays are right here.
Right. That's about 60 days. All right. We'll run through them. Thanksgiving. He didn't invite you over. Christmas Eve. You didn't have on matching pajamas at his grandma's house or mom's house or whoever house they went to. Christmas Day. You wasn't invited over. New Year's Eve. Y'all didn't bring the New Year in together. And for some odd reason, you feel like February 14th is now finally the last straw. Like, you posted that shit a month ago talking about, we not doing this shit in 2023. Now you still giving them one more chance to upset you and embarrass you. Listen to this episode.
Not embarrassing. It's funny. I had somebody on Twitter one year send me 5 dozen roses. Never met this man in person. So, just shoot your shot. Like, I just put it out there again. Like, who the fuck sending me flowers on Valentine's Day? Somebody
tell the truth. If you really want to tell the truth, it's Tuesday. Let's tell the truth. This is when men like really start to pay attention to like who about to be available for spring market. So when spring market opens up, the real thing. This is on the heels of a bad Christmas, a bad New Year's, following a bad Valentine's Day. And once spring market open up, everybody start to get that itch. Like, it's happy hour season. Oh, I got happy hour next Wednesday, Avenue Kitchen. December 15th. Just had to plug that.
February.
I said December? I meant
December 15th, yeah.
Well, the day after Valentine's Day. Come out and come to happy hour. If you didn't have a boo, come out to happy hour.
And I say this all the time. People who know this, it's always men at Brian's events. I don't know what Brian does special than anyone else, but it's always men. Now, I don't know if they marry, whatever their case may be, but it's at least testosterone around because I'm tired of going to shit and it's a bunch of bitches.
Yeah, I think it's my age bracket. Like, I don't know. I'm a like semi-older dude. A lot of my friends or people come out and support me. I got a good network, so people support me.
You do. So but it's always men there. So if you be around some men.
I done ran a lot of the females away. I used to be in clusters. Used to have one in this corner, 4 in that corner, 3 in that corner. That shit is hard. Like, when you're a promoter and you got a bunch of women that you deal with, you got to keep them entertained at different events. So you literally you've been to those events I had where I was like literally like head spinning. It's my anniversary for my business. And it's almost like one of the chicks I deal with would get in trouble if they didn't show up. But then it's almost like you ain't supposed to show up and sit nowhere near the other one sitting. Like, I gotta get y'all separated. And then it's like, it's stressful because you literally.
I've gotten caught in the crossfires of your shit one time. So
yeah, shit happens. Real. It's real.
And even at your event, one of them other happy hours I went to, it was somebody there who I was like, they were like, oh, I'm here with my boyfriend. And I'm like, oh, who's your boyfriend? And they pointed to somebody that before she had got there, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna mind my damn business. That's not my boy. But
I ain't know nothing about that one.
Show up. Brian always has been out. But yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I have no expectations of anything, but it would be nice to get some flowers. It'd be nice to get some dick too. Ain't even gonna lie. That's where my bar is right now. Flowers and dick.
Yeah, I mean, you know what I used to hit him with early on is like, man, I don't celebrate that shit. Like, you got to be consistent though. You gotta literally be like, man, that's some bullshit. Like, that shit phony. You know, I'm here all the time. Like, I don't celebrate no Valentine's Day. And then you go to Trader Joe's. Like, I remember probably
not the $5 Trader Joe flowers.
Oh, they the shit though. They the shit. Because I remember about a couple years back, my last good Valentine's Day, I got like 10 different pairs of Trader Joe flowers. And I hit like 6-7 spots.
Did you put them in a vase at least?
Oh, I fucking kept them in the little paper.
No, I need my motherfucking Valentine's Day flowers in a vase.
No, but see, this is how you do it. You get all of them in one big brown bag. You put the bag in a trunk, right? Mm-hmm. When you get to the said destination, you go get one of them out, right? You go and you be like, hey, I got something for you. And you be like, I know I told you I don't celebrate this bullshit, but I just wanted you to know, like, I was thinking of you and here's a little something for you. That goes a long fucking way because they already had the expectation, like, this nigga ain't gonna give me shit.
And so them little $5 flowers got to busting it open.
Busting it wide open all spring month.
No, I need my motherfucking flowers in a vase though.
Nah.
It's cutesy when we together and you was like, oh, I was thinking of you here, but I need a vase. If I wish I could, I would show you the top of my refrigerator. Oh, the fucking shit. That's one of my requirements. Don't come in here without no motherfucking flowers and no vase.
No, you gotta cut them and put the little joint in there.
That's different on some. I'm just Valentine's Day, my birthday. I would like a delivery, doorbell ring. Thank you.
Oh, you one of them?
I'm one of them.
Your job.
I need I'm telling you, I was blown away when I got those 5 dozen roses. I was like, what? They were so beautiful.
It's always a chick who's sending herself an edible arrangement every fucking.
Oh my God. I'm going to ask that on Talk to Boonie Tuesday. I'm going to ask who has ever sent themselves something on Valentine's Day. I don't think I've reached that level.
Nah, that's a low level when you get there. Because it's like you trying to prove shit to other people. Like, you know,
it's one thing. I'm going to take this back. Treat yourself, right? You want to send yourself some flowers and candy, that's fine. But I do think it's a level of mental illness if you're going to post it to Instagram. Like, look what somebody got me.
Now you gonna treat yourself like I think you should just go pick it up, but it's like you got that shit delivered to your job, and then you told them right in the card from someone special. That's just different. That's
crazy. Yeah, like that's a little weird. Okay, so I always solicit out, see what we get for Valentine's Day. I thought this one was kind of interesting. We'll share this. We'll save this one, but the first one I got was someone who was asking for, and this is a topic that you love to talk about. I feel like we've talked about this in the Valentine's Day episode previously, but sometimes we got to do a refresher. And I think for this person, I'm not naming no names, I know them. They are coming back into the dating scene. And so they ask situationship protocols for Valentine's Day and put laughing emojis, a shrug emoji. And I do think there is a protocol for situationships. My biggest thing is my marker always has been if we fucking raw, right? If we're in a situationship and we have been fucking raw, I better get something I better get something. That's my only qualifying thing. But if we just fooling and dealing, I don't require nothing, but your dick been in me raw. Oh, I better get something. That's my only qualifying rule.
I agree. So I would say for somebody who's just getting back in the dating scene, one, you don't really know what it looks like, right? So you kind of already at a disadvantage. So I will say the only thing you can ask for on Valentine's Day is consistency, right? If somebody who is always calling you, doing the same things that they always do, just keep it consistent. Like, don't all of a sudden, like Valentine's Day, you disappeared the whole day. Now all of a sudden, like, use your common sense. Like, if a man is completely like gone for the whole day, or he's like gone for that whole night, now he's sleepy. But any other, like, for real, that's the last big holiday that you got to get over. Like, if you've been out here living a double, triple life or whatever you're doing, or you got a family at home, or you got a chick over here, or you got a chick over there, this is your one fucking, like, this is your one last big holiday before everything just kind of chill out, right? So you got over all the shit, and she's still here. So now at this point, you got to say to yourself, like, damn, how am I do this? You got the whole weekend. Like, literally, like, this is the best part about Valentine's Day, when you got the whole weekend. You got from Friday to Sunday to put that work in. Now, she's still going to be like, I want to see your ass on fucking Tuesday, on Valentine's Day. But if you slick, my nigga, you can get around this shit. But for the one chick who wants to know, you're going to find out where you land based off of the time, effort that's put in. It's not about no money. It's not about a gift. It's not about if some flowers got delivered. Where the fuck are you? And that's going to give you an example. Like you said, it's a situationship. So you might not take it personal. But if you're getting banged out raw, you know what I mean? Like,
I'm going to take it motherfucking personally.
you know how it's going to feel. Now you're going to sit back and be like, well, I expected to be treated like this. And I think, so this is a thing I have. This is a theory that I have, right?
Oh, Lord. Okay.
Don't take offense to this, Boonie, because you ain't never been married. It's not like that, right? It's just one of those things when a woman has been married, right? I feel like she got like a certain trump card or a certain way that she's supposed to carry that shit after she get from being married, and kind of have like a certain standard, right? Like, not that you're supposed to be this queen bitch, but you're still supposed to like meet motherfuckers and be like, nigga, I was married. A motherfucker got on his knee in front of thousands or hundreds to ask me to marry him, and my bills was paid. Even if the nigga was a bum, just be like, he paid all of the bills. I'm being spoiled. You set an expectation when you say shit like that. If you come in and you just like, yeah, last 3 niggas I fuck with just dogged the shit out of me. Like, now I'm like, oh shit, like, I don't got work that hard. But when you come out of,
so terrible.
It's all about an expectation that you set. Like, if you come in and be like, I'm used to being treated a certain way, and this is the standard because I was married or whatever, a nigga going basically even feel like, yo, this about to be too much work and dip, or he gonna be like, all right, bet, like, I gotta step my game up. She gonna want dates. She gonna want dinners. She gonna want gifts. She gonna want flowers. Like, you already know what you're coming with. So you're gonna come with your A game if you really want her. But like, some of these chicks giving out too much. We talked about it. You can't give them too much. You give them too much. It's like one thing to be honest, but it's like you can run a nigga right away with some of them stories.
So, okay, call me out. No. So Brian and I were on the phone earlier today, and I was telling him how I recently am in like the motherfuckers. I'm in another get to know you fucking stage, but I was in a get to know you stage situation, and it was kind of like, what's one of the kinkiest things you've ever done? Now, I saw the setup here, right? Because I could not pin it on me, but I shared a story, and it was nasty, but it was the person I was with did the nasty thing, not me. And so it was kind of like, I was like, you can't judge me. And it was like, I am. But no, really, I'm judging that nigga because that was disgusting. And so I do feel like sometimes I'm guilty of this when I like somebody, is that like I get diarrhea of the mouth sometimes. I do fall victim to that. And
most women do it.
It's so bad.
Comfortable. And they'd be like, oh, damn. That's how you feel?
But okay, I gotta share the story. So because we gotta talk about this now. So I was doing, I was on my cycle and I was really horny. Y'all know how it is. And I was like, this particular person was not into period sex. And I'm like, but was willing to fuck me in my ass with no lube. Okay, fine. he spits in my butt, starts fucking me in my butt. So after he ejaculates, I'm thinking, all right, women know when you got to push it out and then get in the shower. So I'm getting ready, like, all right, get off me so I can go do that. And he's like, hold my beer. He spreads them cheeks and he sucks his own nut out of my ass. And I was like, oh my God, that was like, I couldn't believe what was happening. Like, how you're fucking disgusting. Like, that is some disgusting ass shit.
But
and,
But it turned you on.
I mean, a little bit though. Because I'm just like, oh my, I had never, ever, like, that's some nasty ass shit. But when we were talking about it earlier, it was kind of like, whenever you start doing ass play with dicks and asses and pussies, you hit the dick, it's over. I mean, you hit that asshole, it's done. Like, you got to go clean up. You got, like, you can't do too much once you go in the ass, the booty hole.
That's true. That's facts.
But that was I think I crossed the line with that person with that story.
Yeah, you kind of like, damn. Like, some men are like real funny about knowing you've been fucked in your ass and stuff like that.
Why is that? The booty hole is such an enigma. I feel like, because like it's
like, if they do it, they want to feel like that was their first time doing it. Like, they want to feel like you gave them something different or sacred. And you're like, no, I've been fucking my ass all the time.
But that's not true either. Like,
no, but I'm just saying, men, our egos are very fragile.
Oh, thanks for saying it.
No, it's facts. Because I said it before on here, like, we have a thing where, even though, like, somebody asked one time we did a show, and I remember, and it was like, why is it that when I get real freaky, it's a problem? And I was like, because the man want to feel like he turned you out. He made you do that. He put you in that position. He don't want you just like off the break, swallowing, spitting everything all on him, sucking it back up, doing some old, 2-hand strand. Like, you almost got to like hold back a little bit, because at a certain point, his ego feels like he started thinking like, damn, she a hoe. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And he go and tell somebody you was a hoe, but the person he told you was a hoe be the same person he gonna tell when he really like you. So now he like, damn, I can't wife the hoe, but he fell in love, but you gave him too much too fast.
Yeah, I'm guilty of that sometimes.
Right, you can't be like, first time, put it on my face. Like, what?
Well, no. It depends. It depends. I can't even. I'm not gonna lie. It depends.
Saying that, it depends what you want out of the situation. If you're really liking a guy and you're trying to get him to like wife you and stuff like that, you almost gotta be a little bit shy.
What did you said? Slow walk the freak. I remember.
Yeah. Like, fuck me in my ass. Oh my God, turn me over. Nut in my face. Oh my God, don't you let that nut go inside me, boy. You better put that in my mouth. Be like, what the fuck? Now
sounds like you hit replay.
He all the way with it. He all the way with it. But he land there and he like, oh my God, like.
But that's the sucky part about it, right? Because it's like some men really like that shit, but it like you just said, but it's just like I can't wife her. Well, why?
Because I told you, our egos are.
It don't make sense.
It don't. But
it's stupid.
That's why men are so hurt when they get cheated on. You see everybody posting that same meme. Remember, her legs is up like this, or remember she put it back in for him. Don't take her back. Women get cheated on every day, B. And go right the fuck back home like nothing. Be right with their man. The whole town know. A nigga get cheated on, he on the news. He done chased her down, killed her, killed the man, broke into the house, shot everybody up. Because the nigga
funny, but it's funny.
No, because the nigga can't handle it, because the whole time in his mind is he like, what's his dick bigger than mine? Was he fucking the shit out you like this? Did you suck his dick? I know how you suck dick. You're a fucking nasty bitch. You lick balls. Did you lick his balls? You know? Even then, when he only even wanted to go through his mind. So it's like, as men, sometimes like we really weak. Y'all so much stronger than us.
I'm glad you said it. I'm just gonna make that the sound bite. Men are weak. Y'all are stronger than us. I'm gonna make that the sound bite for the week. And we can play that in perpetuity that Brian said it. But no, yes. It's just a sucky thing because it's like men always say, oh, I want the freak, I want this, I want that. And then you get them, the lady like that. And then it's like, oh, can't wife her, sorry.
Right. And then we wife the ones who'll be like, And
then get mad and then go cheat with the hoe that you should have been with in the first place because you liked her and she was a freak.
Right. Stuff like, why you keep going back and fucking her? Yo, she's so fun. She just see that. But you wanted to be with Boring Betty.
That makes no sense.
We don't, but that's how we are as people because men feel like this whole thing, like my wife got to be pure. My wife's supposed to be this lady.
Break the shackles off your feet so you can dance. I mean, you got to let that shit go. Because I tell you, I'm not marrying no nigga like that.
What, they want you to be nice?
I mean, I could be nice, but I'm just saying, like...
No. My point what I was trying to make was he want to feel like he bought all of that out of you. Like...
Now women got to be fucking actresses, too.
Yo, it's stroking egos. At the end of the day, men do it, too. If I lean over and whisper in your ear like, oh, my God, this pussy's so amazing. That's to get your juices going even a little bit more. If I tell you like this pussy, all right, you're not gonna really like go to another level. But when you like, oh girl,
actually, I think it depends. That motivated me.
Right.
I told you that story. He told me my head was bad. Yeah. I said, oh, the fuck it, you gonna say that about me? That's not my word.
Yeah, but I'm just saying most of the time when our egos are stroked, it boosts the level of confidence for us to go harder, right? So it's like when you telling him, oh my God, this dick is so good, it's so this and that. Tell him, you know, men want to hear, oh, this dick is big. This is like they want to hear all that shit, right? So it's the same thing. Like you want to make him feel like, oh, babe, like pushing him out the first couple times, like, oh, whoa, daddy, oh, whoa. Daddy.
Now let me tell you,
make it seem like you just put both your ankles back and be like, you ain't got no more dick in that.
Let me tell you something. I struggle with that too because I'll be like, I am a true Sagittarius. I cannot fake it and I can't do phony. So I just find other adjectives, right? So I'll never be like, oh, give me that big dick if your dick not big. I'll be like, give me that veiny dick. Give me that. give me that pretty dick. But I won't ever be like, I will not call a big dick big if it's not big. I won't do the push off, but I'll give you the first entry sound when it's like, I'll give you that, but I'm not going to play up and make you think you got a big dick and you don't have a big dick. Because people with big dicks deserve all the big dick praise. That's one hill. I realize I'm a fucking size queen when it comes to dicks. I just had that realization.
Like, what do you mean? Like when you see a guy walking down the street or something?
No, like when you're with somebody and you see their dick for the first time, like it'd be a little, even if it's a decent penis. But when it's not a big dick, it'd be like my heart be like, damn, I'd be legit disappointed. And I don't need no monster that can't stroke and is painful. But it's something about, I don't know, I'm a size queen. Like I really do just really like big dicks.
So that's what it's called, a size queen?
Yeah.
Okay. You put that in your eHarmony profile?
Yep.
But the funny thing is, as you was describing this, you did like your hand like this, like you created like this girthy like hand and your hand couldn't close and you was like getting closer to your mouth. You was like, when people watch Run It Back, they'll see how you were just like, yeah, like the dick. And you had like...
Because did you know that most penises can fit inside of a toilet paper roll?
What?
Most penises are not girthier than the roll once the toilet paper is done. So I know you're listening. If you are a penis owner,
I just literally sitting here thinking like,
see if you could slide that over your dick. Then you have like an average girth of a dick. But if you go like that and it stop, then slide into my DMs. And send me a picture and I'll rate your penis. Okay. But no, for real.
See, you just solicited a dick pic and now you're gonna get one.
I probably will. And that's one thing I do appreciate about the platform. But let me just say, if that dick not big, I'm sending it to my group chat too. So be warned. Because I just recently realized that I was a size queen. I was talking about that in one of my group chats, and we all realized that it's just something really pretty about a big dick. And big black dicks. Let me say that. I don't like big white dicks.
What?
I mean, I know you don't look at dicks, but white dicks don't move me the same way.
I mean, I wouldn't know. But
yeah, we got real off topic.
Yeah. You
see how passionate I get about big dicks, but go ahead.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like, you really are passionate about this subject. Let's move on to the next piece of mail.
I mean, you like big asses and big titties. It's the same thing.
You know what? I'm not even a big titty guy. It's all about the ass for me. Now, a nice set of nipples on some pretty titties. A big titties any day.
So you like a nice areola nipple situation, not a titty?
It just something about a pretty ass fucking titty. It don't have to be big. It don't have to be. It can be nice.
Is a pretty titty symmetrical? Like, what is it?
You know what the best thing about a titty is when that woman titty is her spot, right? And the more you start licking and sucking on them nipples, and you can see her like getting hornier and like moving. When you suck a titty and the girl, it don't do nothing for the woman. It's kind of like make the foreplay phony. Because you just go straight from the mouth to the pussy instead of stop.
It's nothing else in between?
Nothing in between. Like you just bam, bam. But when you got that titty and you sucking and rubbing on the other titty with your hand and you sucking on that one titty and you bouncing back and forth from titty to titty. And
that's the problem because most niggas only focus on the right titty. Left titties don't get no love.
Well, it's always the titty that's going to get less love.
My left titty, I be like, come on.
Yeah. So,
but no, that is a good point. Yeah, I'm not clearly, I mean, most of you guys have seen me. The boobs are not the star of the show here. So.
I mean, I'd rather have ass over titties than any day.
So let's talk about this. This is a perfect segue into the next topic we got. Someone said, what is the appropriate way to kink shame and or kink share? Do you have any kinks? I don't think I've ever talked about this with you. Do you have kinks?
Nah.
You're pretty vanilla?
I don't know. You have to get a little bit more descriptive as to what this definition means.
To what a kink is? You
like,
don't
give
know
me
what a kink?
of like
you
what
need examples? Do you like to be peed on, nigga? You like to be tied up, bondage?
No, I mean, I'm with all of that shit, but it's nothing like that is like a requirement.
So you don't have any like, I don't think for me they're not requirements either, but I do like to enjoy some things. Like I done gave y'all way too much of my business today, but I think for me, one of my things, I like to bite and I like to be bitten. And not a nibble, I like to bite.
Yeah, I think that like the whole biting thing is good because it's like it takes my mind off of being about to come. So if I'm like, bite me or bitch bite me, it's like I'm trying to get you to bite me hard so I can be like, ow, bitch. Like in that moment, that sensation that was about to make me come. But, I've had like situations where, I don't know, it was like a period where, remember on Home Alone, when they was the running water bandits or something, and they was talking about that's why we leave the water running so everybody knows it's us. We did it. We did all these houses. So it's like at a certain point, I was like peeing on chicks just because to be like, yeah, like I peed on her, and it was like more. It wasn't even like a thing that turned me on. It was just
because you could.
It was just because I could, just to be like you. I see you out. You say something slick with your girlfriend, like, "Oh, that nigga something." But like, bitch, I peed on you. It was just the most ignorant thing. Now that I think back to it, and anybody that's listening now that I might have peed on, or there's some of this kink stuff too. I apologize. I was young, and I wasn't being responsible.
That is hilarious. Yeah, no, so stuff like that. I think the more I've done this podcast and some of the guests I've had on here, what I've learned, like my understanding of kinks and all of that stuff was very surface. Like the shit people are into and what gets their rocks off and turn them on. I'm like, whoa, okay, I'm right here.
Right.
Yeah, I'm right here.
I think the thing is, right, so this is my theory. I got a lot of theories because I think I'm a relationship expert and all of that. And that's why you have
doctor. Go ahead.
Right. So I think that communication.
Okay.
The key to answer that question and not get off a topic. The communication is the key. You talk about these things with people. You ask them how they would feel about stuff like that, or have they ever thought about it? Have they ever done it? And sometimes it's going to take the honesty, like, oh, yeah, I've done this, I've done that. And you can't be in that world and you uncomfortable with knowing that person's been bonded and tied up and beat and all of that, peed on. You just got to accept it because you want that. So it's all about communication. I feel like the best sex comes when two people can communicate and talk about like what they want, even long before the act happens, but just kind of giving a person an idea of like, oh, like I like slow stroking. Oh, I want to be fucked hard. Like you as a guy, you listening to certain stuff, you taking notes mentally, like, oh my God, like don't touch my breast. Like that really gets me aroused. Like now but if she like, oh, that don't do nothing for me, like, all right, well, then you find what else do. And then when it gets down to the kink stuff, that's just more about you knowing like what's the safe word, how far is too far, what are you willing to try, and just being open about it. But if you do all of that, like, I don't think there's no wrong way. And I feel like people who have had a lot of sex in their life start getting bored and end up doing stuff like that.
Yeah, I think it's in terms of kink sharing, I agree with you that you have to communicate, because some of this shit that you can do, that people do for sexual arousal, if some of that shit was just done to me without a conversation, we're gonna have a problem. So especially peeing. No, you're not peeing on me.
No, you get in the shower. When you get in the shower, the nigga just supposed to pee on you, and you be like, "Nigga, did you just pee?" And you be like, "Yeah." But see, if your dick not good, you can't do that. Because if your dick good, they be like, "Oh my God, boy, you so fucking crazy." If you ain't
no.
good, if you ain't fuck her good, first of all, you probably not even getting in the shower with her. Second of all, you gonna get slapped. So it's like when you pee on her, you gotta say some dumb shit like, I was just marking my territory. And then they just be like, I ain't no fire hydrant. And you be like, you my little
You would say some shit like that to somebody, but okay, for example, you look like, oh, we know you do this, so never mind. I'm gonna skip that.
Hold on, what was that?
You do role playing.
I've had a time or two when I had like a leash thing where I, kept, would put women in leash.
So you into BDSM?
It wasn't even about BDSM. It was more about me being a Q, and it was all about me like little dog collar on him, a little leash, that whole thing.
Wow. Okay.
It wasn't an Omega thing. Like I had women say like, "Oh, that's that Q shit. Oh, you must be that." No, it's just some Brian shit. Like one day, like I said, you get bored. I was on Fredericks of Hollywood, and I seen it was called the Felicia collar, and it was just like this white lady standing, like black sexy choker with little spikes, and it had like a collar. and I mean a leash with the collar. And she was just standing there with her over the knee boots on. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get this whole setup. And when I got it, the chick was like I'll wear the choker, but I don't want to wear the leash. So it's like eventually I went from
You
the
worked
choker.
her up to the leash.
Yeah, but it was the same thing. Like if I'm grabbing the choker and choking you and pulling you around and tossing you back and forth, then let me put the leash on so I can ball it up in my hand a little bit more and, get a little bit more control. And then it's like you go to a next level where it'd be like, I need to walk you before we do anything.
Interesting.
Let me see you crawl. Let me see you walk. Let me see you walk around the room. Let me see you crawl.
Are you into like, okay, what is something like somebody could ask you like they wanted to try with you or wanted to do with you that you would shame them for? Like if somebody was like, Brian, I want to poop and I want you to squish it around and then fist me or something. Like I'm this is just me. But like what would be like your fucking line where you're like, absolutely not?
That right there. I don't want to do nothing with no shit. I never had nobody pee on me or anything like that. I don't know. Like, so at this point in my life, really, honestly, I'm okay with just regular bland sex. Because and this is the thing I try to tell people. The more stuff you do,
mm-hmm.
sometimes is an indication that person can't get you where you need to go. Think about it that way, right? So if you have good
processing, keep going.
Right. So if you just have all right, let's say for the sake of this conversation, and never happened before, the disclaimer, we never had sex. For the sake of the conversation, we're having sex, right? If we just have good sex, we don't need bondage. We don't need all this other stuff. We don't need to pinch nipples and
no pinching of nipples.
No, I'm saying we don't need that, right? If we go there, we go there. But some of the best sex is just when you're just connected to that person and not all of that other stuff. Sometimes you do all of that other stuff in spite of just being bored, being I'm gonna take it to another level because you can. It's not always because that pussy was so good or the sex was so amazing. It's just I did the shit because I could.
I'm tracking and following. I'm nodding.
Put this leash on, bark, put this leash on, bark like a dog. It's not because oh my God, that shit was off the chain.
It turns you on. It's just because you could do it.
It's just more because you do it. Go, run, jump in the shower, and then run around, act like your hair on fire. Just see how far you can go. Sometimes that's what we do as niggas to be like, yo, you ain't gonna believe this shit. Yo, she did that, but whatever. Sometimes that's my point. So at this point in my life, it's not even about if I'm with somebody, they got to do all these flips and tricks. It's just kind of if I'm locked in with you, I'm gonna get there anyway because of the whole experience.
I'm locked in with you. That's so sweet.
Just listen. So the point that I'm making is that's the shit right there. All the other shit is just extra shit. It's not always an indication of it being good or crazy or it was so good because you was bored. And I don't think you should get bored having sex with somebody that you're in love with or that you want to be with.
So then how do you keep the variety up? Or you're just saying you don't ever need variety because it's just that person does it for you?
I think if that person does it for you, you can have spontaneity. You can have a lot of other things. It don't have to be now because we are together and we've been together 3 years, I got to come home and you got to be hanging from the damn chandelier. But it's nice every now and again that I walk in a room and you just get on your knees and start sucking my dick. Don't take your suit off. Or keep your dress shirt and your tie on. That type of shit. Or I come in and you already done ran a bath. I'm waiting for you. That's why I was asking you, let me know when you was coming home. It's that type of shit that keep it going. It's not so much oh, now she wants us to go to the swingers club or we got to do this. It's you always going to be chasing that.
So you feel like it's you chasing a high.
It's not even chasing a high. It's you trying to make up for something. Whereas maybe y'all just lack a certain type of chemistry because when you in that groove with a woman, like it's like you want her, period. She don't have to do nothing like crazy special, but the spontaneous part of it is like what keeps it going. Like it's not the now we going down to DC to this taboo club and we about to go do this. Oh, we got a swingers convention next weekend because we've been together 5 years. Like it's people who've been together forever who never do any of that, just the regular basic like oral sex, have sex, ride me, fuck me. I'm not a firm believer of you got to do all of this crazy stuff just to keep it good.
Okay, so I can subscribe to that belief that I don't think you always have to be doing something crazy. But I think it's just my personality. I'm not opposed to trying something new.
No, I get that. But I think some people use that as an excuse to have threesomes, to do things that they really uncomfortable with. So they want to swing. They want to, it's like, so that becomes the thing. Like, well, we've been together a long time. We've been doing the same thing. Like, what's wrong with that? Like, it's nothing better than knowing that this pussy is yours and this dick is yours and y'all come together and it's clean and whatever, versus you want to be outside. You want to be out just getting fucked by random niggas. Like, that's different.
Okay.
Like, I don't have a desire to be like, oh, let me go sleep with this couple over here. Oh, last night we did that. Oh, high five. Like, he was piping my wife down over in the corner. Like,
that stuff is of no interest, but I would be like, let's go watch. Yeah.
No, all of that stuff is fine. I feel like there's times when people do it because they're trying to make up for a lack of chemistry or something is missing in their relationship. And I'm not even sure if that's what they really wanted. I'm not sure that they really wanted a threesome.
As you're saying this, and you just said it, I wasn't sure they wanted a threesome. That was one of the questions we got. How can I plan a threesome for Valentine's Day for my boo? And my initial response was, don't do it, sis. Don't do it. But only really do it if you really want to have the experience of a threesome. Don't do it because he only wants the threesome.
Yeah, both parties got to be like understanding. And I feel like the commitment got to be strong because it's like, it's like, okay, like if I buy you red bottoms, for Valentine's Day, what am I going to do for your birthday? What am I going to do for Christmas? You know what I mean? So it's like you setting the bar so high. So it's like, I don't know the history, how many years they've been together, if they married, if they not married, whatever, how strong it is. But that's a nice gift.
Yeah, for me stalking the Instagram page because it was open. I don't know this particular person. So when I saw the question, I went to her page and then I looked around. They just celebrated their 1 year anniversary. They are not married. But it's like they've only been dating for a year. And I was like, do not do it. Like,
I mean, so it's tough because she might like pussy. And that might be the thing where she more excited about than him. Because some women come into these relationships not really fully sharing their lesbian experiences. And they'll say they're bisexual and stuff like that, but they really yearn to be with another woman. And he might feel left out. It could go so many different ways. It's so many. I've talked about this before. It's such a gray area of what could happen next. Y'all get into it, and all of a sudden he kissing her, and you jealous, and then he come as soon as she get on top of him, she don't move. I've heard couples say like, "Oh, he came at her, and this bitch didn't try to get up, and she fighting me to get to him. Like, I mean, bitch, did you always want my man? Like, it's stuff that happens in that little bit of window." And you be like, oh, we was drunk, or oh, and then the person you find out a year later is still hitting that person up. What do you do when she says he won't stop DMing me? And then what do you do when every Friday night when the summertime come, like, let's take the hookah out back and invite Boonie over.
And that's the thing, because it's like, that was always my rule. Like if I did a threesome with somebody I was with, was that the person had to be like close enough that I trusted, but like far enough away that I wouldn't see him a lot. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you're not in my circle. We won't cross paths a lot, but yeah, I don't know. I just feel like the people I know who've done threesomes as a gift, all the reasons you pointed out, are the shit goes sour really quickly. And so I think it takes a very particular type of couple and or people to actually pull that off successfully. But the key is both of you want to do it for your own reasons, not he wants it and you're trying, or one person wants it and you're like, oh, I'm gonna make, like, don't do that.
Yeah.
Did you see this? I know you're gonna be on Twitter like this, but it may have made its way to Instagram. The girl, a lot of her posts go viral on Instagram too. I am Kira J.
No.
Okay. She tweeted the other night, I'm bisexual, but hetero romantic, meaning I'm sexually attracted to both men and women, but I'm only interested in being in a relationship with a man. Like, girl, we can bump coochies, but I'm not cuddling or watching movies with you. Pussy is amazing. Titties are amazing, but romantically speaking, women do nothing for me, and that's okay. Just let me eat your pussy and go home to my boyfriend.
Mm.
And I thought that was interesting because I was having this conversation with somebody recently, and that's where they were leaning, right? Like they were like, they've always been sexually attracted to women. So they would say they were bisexual because they would only have sex with women and men, but they only wanted to date men. And I'm like, is this going to be the new frontier for a lot of women to openly say, I want to enjoy sex with both, but I'm only going to date men? And as a man, like, how did you feel about that? Like, if your girl was like, I'm going to go out and get some pussy real quick. I don't want you there. I'm going to get some pussy and I'll be back.
I dealt with this before.
Oh.
So, you know, the girl opened up about how I felt when she got her pussy ate, and it was amazing. And, you know, no matter on your best day, like, you're not fucking with a woman on your best day. And I'm like, God damn, like, well, what the fuck are they doing down there? So in that moment, I'm like, teach me, like, show me. Like, I want to, like, I'm so competitive. Like, I don't want to know that the bitch you was dealing with ate pussy better than me. And so at a certain point when like shit got rocky, she was just like, I ain't fucking no niggas, but I'm going back and letting the girl eat my pussy since you want to be like in and out of shit or not available. And it would be like, damn, like for real? She's like, yeah, I'm about to go see my girl and hang out with her. And they go do dinner and shit like that. And then I guess I don't know what really happened because I ain't really get all of the details. Every now and again, during sex, I'd be like, tell me about it. Tell me about it. The way she kissed on me, and the way she like me. Tell me more.
You are ridiculous, yo.
Like, can we have her together? Come on. No, you'll never meet her and you'll never touch her. Like, but you cheat with her. But you cheat with everybody. Oh, well, all right, you got a point there. All right, let's switch topic.
That is hilarious.
But yeah, I mean, I think it's far more prevalent than most men know. I think as a man, I'm okay with my girl cheating with a woman, rather than fucking another nigga. Now, if y'all
I'm actually shocked to hear you say that, actually. But go ahead.
Because at girls' night, she just sucking your pussy, and y'all just having a little girls' fun. I ain't mad at that, but like you going to fuck another nigga, that's completely different. But like, you know, every now and again you want to go and you got this little thing where you like to get, you know, I don't know why, it just don't bother me. It turned me on more than anything. Like I would prefer to watch, and I don't have to have a threesome. I would prefer to just watch and be there. Now at some point I probably might end up jumping in or diving in, but I would love to be like tied up to a chair, like buck naked, like can't do nothing, and just watching this shit go down. Like bonded, like shit hard, everything just like in the chair, like, come on, let me out. I'm trying to scoot over, falling over in the chair, looking at them, like watching her lose her mind. And then they just be like, untimed. And then like she had to watch us be together or something like that.
Okay.
But I would be cool with that.
You're cool with it?
I would be.
Yeah, it's
It's just, can a woman be honest enough to say that?
I don't know, because I guess the fear of losing the person you cared about. Like, I want to be with this person. I just want to eat her pussy. I can't say that.
He gonna ask for a threesome. He gonna ask for a threesome, or he gonna get caught cheating, and it's gonna come down to, I let you do it.
Okay.
Because he's not gonna be like, oh yeah, I want to go over my homeboy house. He gonna be like, oh yeah, so since you got girls night, I'm gonna go hang out with the boys. In the back of his mind, he's like, I'm gonna go fuck my coworker, and yeah, we're gonna do that.
No, I shit. Yeah, I can't say that like I'm dying to eat pussy. I'm not. I don't really have the desire to eat pussy.
I hear a lot of women.
But I see, and from my followers, I hear that is a sentiment 100%. So is the intrigue there? Maybe, because everybody says women eat pussy better. Men really, and I'm going to make a mass generalization here. A lot of men do not know how to eat pussy. And it's sad. It makes me sad.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Like, and I don't know how you rectify it, because it's like each one teach one. Like, you got to do it while in the moment.
So the problem with that is, this is the problem with that. Because
what's the problem?
I have learned over the years that everybody likes everything different. And that's
that's 100%.
That's the hard part for us as men, right? When we do something one way and it works, we stick with it. So some men feel like, men don't understand like love languages. Some men don't understand like the whole like adaptability thing. Like, everything is different, right? So if we went out with this girl and we bought her flowers, we took her to Applebee's, and then we fucked. Now that becomes like, okay, this is the master plan on how to get pussy. Applebee's, flowers, fuck, right? So somebody comes along and be like, no, I want flowers, I want Ruth Chris, I want this, and then we can fuck, right? So that becomes his new thing. And now he's mixing it all together. But at some point, he has to realize that it's all about everybody just wanting something different. So sometimes when we go down and we eating a pussy and we thinking like, oh, the last girl or the last 3 girls, when I locked onto that clit, she just started coming all crazy, right? So you might be more of a lick my clit slow, like roll your tongue around it.
Yes.
I want circles. But that's where the communication comes in. Because if you're not going to tell me, and you're going to want to, you're just going to be like, oh, he does a bad job. In my mind, if I think you pushing my head down and running away, it's not because I'm sucking your clit too hard. It's because you can't take it. Like, oh yeah, she was weak, I had her running. Instead of you stopping and afterwards and being like, babe, like, she's gentle. Be easy on my flower.
And I want to interject, not afterwards, in the process.
You can say slow it down, but at some point, like, sometimes we just figuring the shit out because some women don't communicate. Like, we grown. Like, if you suck at my dick too fast or whatever, I'm gonna be like,
because men will surely the fuck speak up when you're doing something wrong to them.
You damn right. Hey,
teeth.
Hey, hey, you're doing too much.
You better speak the fuck up,
bitch. Hey, you're doing too much.
Yeah, no, I definitely I don't know. I do course correct is what I like to call it while we're in the process, because I'm not going to just let you think you did something and I lay there and now I'm mad because
you sound like you're brutal because you've been telling niggas.
I'm not brutal. I'm very gentle and soft.
You're stroking no egos. You telling niggas.
I do stand. No, let me tell you.
You're looking at niggas like, why are you here? Why are you here? Your dick small and you can't eat pussy. What the fuck what are you good for? Like, nigga, what you good for?
I do not.
Damn.
Don't be scaring my dick away. I know they listening. Hey.
I'm like, damn, I'm glad I ain't in the running for that pussy.
Don't do that. I'm very gentle, encouraging, enthusiastic.
There's sometimes a woman can say stuff, and you be like, when I've ended the phone, and you be like, shit, I don't know. You just got nervous for no reason.
Oh my God, I hate you so much. All right. Your final thoughts for the folks on Valentine's Day.
All right, I'm gonna run through a quick final thoughts. If you don't know what to get them, more communication. That's an indication that y'all not there where you think you are. Women do this every year. What should I get them? What should I get them? The reason why you don't know what to get this man is because you're not communicating with him enough. You're not paying attention to the things that he like. Be better. So if you don't know what to get him because he got everything, there's still some things that you're not listening to or things that you think he want. He might just want you. He might just want you to cook. He might just want you to do whatever. But that's that thing. Don't put expectations on a man who ain't already gave you these special dates because it's one day. If he ain't already just taking you out for a date night or taking you out just because and do stuff, nice stuff for you, like send flowers, don't put all this pressure on one day. Like the nigga just recovered from Christmas with his baby mama and his 2 other kids and his other women. So
that sounds like a personal problem, but go ahead.
Yeah, but I mean, niggas be hurting out in these streets. Like, damn, I ain't get my taxes back yet. But no, it's just that's my recap. Like, and I think when it comes to sex, kink, anything, it's all about communication. Like we just talked about it. Like, if you're not going to share how somebody is doing something wrong or be able to talk to them, and men, you got to be approachable. You got to realize that you're not King Ding-a-ling and that she had another nigga before you. She's not 40 for no reason. So you're not the first dick that's been inside of her. But you gotta just be open to that. Put your pride to the side and listen.
Put your pride to the side and listen. And my final thought I would just add there is if you don't want to do no threesome, bitch, don't gift it. Listen to me on it. If you don't want to eat no pussy and want that experience, do not do that shit for him.
Yeah, because just like y'all tell us, don't go down there nipping. Don't go down there nipping. Look, the same shit y'all tell us. Down there sticking your tongue out like, if you ain't gonna put your whole face in her pussy, do not.
Don't do it, sis.
Don't do it. If you ain't ready. But I think this girl already sucked some pussy before, and she's ready. And this nigga in for the treat of his life until he realized these bitches don't need me. They don't need me. They still going. Because once we bust that nut, we're pretty much done. Like our whole body shuts down. So in this mindset, like he gonna be in for a rude awakening. He gonna come in, he gonna get so excited, and when he busts quick, they still gonna be rolling around. And he gonna be like, damn, baby, you an animal. They could be in the threesome like, bitch, you an animal. You are aggressive as fuck. Like, damn, I didn't know you was like that, babe.
You are hilarious, yo. But I think this was pretty solid.
Yo, I was looking at clips from like Hardly Initiated, and I'll be following like their podcast, and some of them be real fucking dumb. And you probably see me in there arguing with people. But
do you really? I need to look at the comments. I'll watch the videos and be like, this shit is stupid.
I got into it with the guy when he was like, I don't want my woman having no man, like friends, no boss, no pastor. Like she shouldn't be listening to no man who got like power over her. Da 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 da. And I was just like, what in the?
Is this the nigga with the missing tooth?
Yeah, with the side tooth. Yeah. So I was like, what in the insecure is going on here? Because I find it crazy that you get men who like really want to put like strains on who women can be friends with and stuff like that. I learned a long time ago. If she got a man boss, there's nothing you can do about it. She got a pastor she confides in, nothing you can do about it. If she gonna do it, she gonna do it. If she gonna hold it, she gonna hold in Maryland. Like, you can't be like, oh, you can't go on girls' trips. Oh, you can't have a male masseuse. Oh, she can't have a male. It started with personal trainers. So I had 2 trainers respond and say, well, let me train your girl. I'll show you what we do with them. And I was like, nigga,
well, that's raggedy as fuck.
Like, get the fuck out of here. But it's like, I'm not worried about my last thing is you go to the gym and the trainer trying to fuck you. You go to work, your boss trying to fuck you. I feel like niggas want to fuck you everywhere we going to go because you my bitch. Like, I already feel like every nigga going to want to fuck you, but I feel like you my bitch because you not easily swayed by niggas just wanting to push up on you.
Talk your shit then.
No, because you should feel the same way. Like, you should feel like that's my nigga. Now, when he put this suit on and go out here to work, I can't be with him all day. If I'm going to lose my mind sitting at my desk worrying about who he talking to at the water cooler, or while he had this meeting in D.C. on the train, that another bitch want to fuck him, yeah, you're not the only bitch in the world, but you got to hope that he has some restraint and about himself. If you really sitting here that insecure and worried about what somebody's doing, you're going to lose your shit. You're going to lose time going through phones, checking social media.
I don't have time for that shit. I'm not doing all that.
Yeah, and I was just sitting there like, these are grown men. Like, the fuck, I wish I would be sitting there worried about if, my girl fucking her pastor or her trainer. Or
that's wild, though, that she fucking the pastor.
Not the pastor, but I said to them, my example was, she's always going to be around men that got more money than you or influence than you or somebody with a higher position. If she ain't that chick, but you can't put restraints on somebody telling them like how they should live because they your chick. Like, you can't go here. You can't have this type of friend. You can't. That's dumb as shit. Like, then don't go outside because you always going to be around men. Like, she go in the club, it's going to be niggas that played in the NBA. Guess what? They probably don't even want your girl, nigga. Like, I heard niggas say, oh, my girl can't go on this girl's trip because niggas in Baltimore don't want your girl. You're the only person who really want her. Like, chill.
I think that is a fair. I'm glad you speak up. Now I'm gonna know to look in the comments in there because I did not know you was arguing with these niggas.
I try to stop responding, but sometimes it'd be like, y'all niggas is cornballs. And I'll be so mad that we don't record like and post the shit on IG.
Yeah.
This shit be really good. And these niggas out here be giving a lot of bad advice and they be fucking cornballs.
Corny as shit. Like, how you saying all this shit and you don't even got a fucking side tooth, my nigga?
Oh my God. When I seen that, I was like, come on, man.
Yeah, like, shut the fuck up. So,
bruh. Like, he was talking about women being impressed. I don't know. We going into a whole nother episode. All right.
He was. And didn't even know what the fucking word meant, yo. I was done.
Right.
It was at that moment I said, you know what? This is it for me. But you're right. We are going into another episode. So thank you, friend. I hope you have a wonderful Valentine's Day.
I will. I always do.
Stay out of trouble.
Ain't no trouble here. I'm good.
All right.
Bye.
All right, guys, that is it for this week's episode. Thank you so much for your support. Thanks for listening. I hope you got some great laughs. I hope you have an amazing Valentine's Day weekend. Not sure when we'll be back. I'm thinking early summer, but follow me on Instagram at the Boonie Breakdown to make sure you get the latest and greatest date when we come back. So again, thank you for rocking with us. Thank you for listening. And y'all know how it goes. The ratchet in me always honors the motherfucking ratchet in you. Homaste. Until next time.